Hello students, today I'll be completing a second passage on continuation of the last video, that is NPSC General English Comprehension portion. So like the previous video, I'll be focusing on a passage and from there we'll be doing questions. And this practice will be done in order to help you to understand and make you and give you tips on how to approach this portion, and likewise I'll be explaining in Nagamis. So let's get the video started. So the second passage states that management is a set of process that can keep a complicated system of people and technology running smoothly. The most important aspect of management includes planning, budgeting, organizing, staffing, controlling, and problem solving. So in the passage tagidamde, first you need to underline the most important portions, the most important points, what the passage is trying to say, and while reading the passage, try to understand in one grasp. That is, in one reading, you must be able to understand what the paragraph is trying to say, because time komti ase, and there are four passages like this. You have to complete within 3 hours, and including the two essays and uh, grammar for 20 marks. So you need to make your reading skills as high as possible so as to grasp what the paragraph is saying, so that you'll be able to complete the question faster and time be safe over. If you get time to essay be likho completely, and you will not lose a lot of marks from this passage. So the most important thing about this portion is that you need to improve and you need to sharpen your reading skills, and reading skills can be improved by reading lots of newspapers and read your materials every day, update on, and if possible try to download some passages like this and you try to read and solve the question. This will help you get a better understanding of how the question is, and you will be able to practice in one uh, you'll be able to go through the passage fast. So the passage is saying management, and it important points got the mark with a pencil or a pen, so that when question is asked you can easily pinpoint what the question is asking. So management is a set of process that can keep a complicated system for people and technology running smoothly. The most important aspect of management includes planning, budgeting, organizing, staffing, controlling, and problem solving. Leadership is a set of process that creates organization in the first place or adopts them to significantly changing circumstances. And leadership defines what the future should look like, aligns people with that vision, and inspires them to make it happen despite the obstacles. So itu first paragraph কি কৈছে ক্লিয়াৰ ম্যানেজমেন্ট লা কি এসপেক্ট আছে তাৰ তলা কি এসপেক্ট আছে itu মন দিখাই দিছে সেকেন্ড একটা লিডার কি হয় তাই ডিফাইন কৰে itu তাই দিন আছে কি দেলা লিডার লা কি ডিফাইন কৰে শুকলি তো তাই ফিউচার তো কিনা দিকে উলে লাগে তাই ডিফাইন কৰে মানুহে ওচৰতে আনি দেও তো vision de আৰু and aspires them to make it happen despite the obstacle. That is problem ki deklile par korna jay. So as we continue, this distinction is absolutely crucial for our purpose here. Successful transformation is 70 to 90% leadership and only 10 to 30% management. Yet for historical reasons, many organizations don't have much leadership, and almost everyone thinks that the problems here as one of the managing change. For most of this century, as we create thousands and thousands of large organizations for the first time in human history, we do not have enough good managers to keep all those bureaucrats functioning. So second paragraph, next paragraph key it defines a relationship between or management and leadership. That is, a successful business day 70 to 90% to manu kun ba lead crazy to depend kora, only 10 to 30% management hoye. Holibi itu problem do manuan ba balba najine that they think that only management is important, not leadership. And as Salbor, as centuries goes on, we create thousands on thousands of large organizations for the first time in human history. We do not have good managers to keep those bureaucracies functioning. So it condition management to be balanced. Will be monolith crewle come. So this passage defines that. So many companies and universities develop management programs, and hundreds and thousands of people are encouraged to learn management on the job, and they did. But people were taught little about leadership. To some degree, management was emphasized because it's easier to teach than leadership, and even more so, management was the main item on the 20th century agenda because that was needed. For every entrepreneur or business builder who was a leader, we need hundreds of managers to run their ever-growing enterprise. Unfortunately for us today, this emphasis on management has been institutionalized in corporate culture that discourages employees from learning how to lead. Ironically, past success is usually the key ingredient in producing the outcome. The syndrome, as I have observed it in many occasions, goes like this. Success creates some degree of market dominance. So, next paragraph কি কৈছে তো সেম ডেট মেনেজমেণ্টটো তত কৰে হ'লে বি লিডাৰশ্বিপটো তত নকৰে আৰু কি লিখলি তো মেনেজমেণ্টটো বেছি ইজি আছে একটা সাবজেক্ট হৈ যাইছে তো তাত ক'লে হ'লে বি লিডাৰশ্বিপ মানে কি কিনা লিড কৰিব যায় ওলাই এইটো নিদিকে হৈ গৈছে আৰু এভাৰ চ এইটো কেলে ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট এইটো 20th century কেলে ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট আছে বুলি তো মানুহ লিড কৰিলে লাগে চ' every entrepreneur or business builder who was a leader. We need hundreds of managers to run the ever-growing enterprises. Unfortunately for us, this emphasis in management has often been institutionalized in corporate culture that discourages employees from learning how to lead. So, ಇದು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅದು ಬಿಸಿ ಹೋಗ್ತು ಮನ್ ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟ್ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ আৰু corporates ಕಂದೆ ಬಿಸಿ শিকাই গৈছে এণ্ড ইটো আনদে মানুহে কি কিনা লিড কৰিলে যে ইটো নিনা কিনা মেনেজ কৰিলে ইজুই দিগাই আছে এণ্ড ইটো অথৰ বা কি observe critically, success creates some degrees of market dominance, after which in turn produces much good. After a while, keeping the larger organization under control becomes the primary. So as the attention turns inward and managerial competence are nurtured with a strong emphasis on management, but not on leadership, bureaucracy, and an inward focus takes over. But with continued success, the result mostly of market dominance, the problem often goes unaddressed and an unhealthy arrogance begins to evolve. All these characteristics make any transformation effort much more difficult. Arrogant managers can over-evaluate their current performance in competitive position, listen poorly, and learn slowly. Inwardly focused employees can have difficulty seeing the very force that present threats and opportunities. Bureaucratic cultures and smoother those who wants to respond to shifting condition, and the lack of leadership leaves no force inside this organization to break out of the morass. So ಇದು still continue কৰিছে কি management আৰু leadership ला একটা struggle দেখাইছে আৰু বেছি वक्त management আৰু leadership তে focus কৰিছে আৰু এইটো একটা negative impact হৈ আছে এইটো corporates তে ওটো corporates তে কিনা management তে importance দিয়ে managers kan arrogant je phutani ho jay and can over evaluate the current performance tan ki kam kore ase etu tan bishi dangor bhabe and competitive position tan kina competitive ase etu hosa do under competitive ase but they over evaluate themselves, listen poorly manonla advice none and learn slowly. That is mon tan a mistake but slowly learn grow, not fast. Inward focused employees can have difficulty seeing these very forces that present the threats and opportunities. Mana notun employees kan kun tang under the kam kore tan bishi they feel very hard to learn from this, and bureaucratic cultures and smothers those who wants to respond to shifting condition, and the lack of leadership leaves no for inside this organization to break out of the morass. So itu bureaucratic culture ba itu ba bishi affect কৰি দিয়ে আৰু itu amba manuangi breakout kuruni de utu morass para. So this is the gist or what the paragraph is trying to say. So in short one ini ekta assumption kurjikule to itu ekta leadership or management na ekta struggle dige ase itu duita mojola. So from this we will try to do the question. So number one is why according to the author is a distinction between management and leadership crucial. So one already learned currently duita to bishi interdependent ase. So the options are leaders are reactive whereas managers are proactive. Organization are facing problem of not getting good manager wrong ase bishi bal manager bi ase. Organizations are pursuing the strategy of status quo. Status quo to ke jukle to same as that, however same to who change who lie it will be wrong ase. And next is in today's context organization need leaders much more than managers in transforming them. So it was a question answer D. That is আজিকালি দুনিয়াতে management na leadership বেশি লাগে. Next, why did companies and universities develop programs to prepare managers in such a large number? So companies or universities to kile manager বেশি focus কৰিছে instead of leadership because কোৱা নিচিনা very easy আছে না এইটো শিকাবলে. That is a large number of organizations were created and they needed managers in good number. So বেশি লাগি দেখছে আৰু মানুহ বেছি ক্ৰিয়েট হৈছে managers kan বেছি ক্ৰিয়েট হৈছে. Question number 3, which of the following statement is not true in the context of the passage? Number 1 to ke jukule to কোনটো wrong আছে? Bureaucratic culture can smother those who want to respond to changing condition. So it will be correct আছে ওপৰতে লিখি না থকা exact copy paste আছে statement to leadership produces change and has the potential to establish direction. It will be correct আছে because leadership পাই help কৰে একটা company change কৰিলে. Pressure or managers comes mostly from within wrong আছে. And it will be আছে that is managers come by নিজৰ ফুটাই নয় না তান নিজৰ পৰা ওলাই যায়. And next is bureaucratic leadership centers on carrying out important functions such as planning and problem solving. So number 3 to ke jukule to number D is it is not wrong. Leadership ba kitabi planning or problem solving no itu to management ba kore. Leadership ba to problem ki ase to solve korle like for example it is given here that leadership ba aspire kore manu ki align kore future itu inga align kore. However management ba ke jukle the budgeting shifting controlling problem solving it is of the management la undertaking. So this is completely wrong. Next, number 4, which of the following is not a characteristics of bureaucratic culture? So bureaucratic culture la ke jukle to first though managers listen poorly and learn slowly. Hoy itu to correct ase. Managerial competencies are nurtured. Yes, managers can get busy focus kore bureaucratic culture de. Employees clearly see the forces that present threats and opportunities. It will be correct ase. And number 4 though prevalence of unhealthy arrogance correct. And managers tend to stifle initiative and innovation wrong ase. That is the answer is 4 though ke jukule to C. Employees clearly see the forces that present threats and opportunities. Next, which of the following is similar to the word smoother? Smoother la passage to tala similar word to ke jukule to smoother means zip kona kala, so it is will be suppress. It is walaoli nidela, so it will be smoother. Next, how has a hot author defined management? So author by management ke jukule to first though it is a process of adapting wrong because it adapting the leadership laja. It is a system of aligning people with the direction that it has taken. It will be wrong as it is sub the management laja. And it refers to creating a vision to help direct the change effort. It will be number C is correct. It refers to creating a vision to help direct the change effort. So number 6 though CU. Number 7, management education was emphasized on the education program because management education do leadership ba emphasize kuje kile because because management was the main item of the agenda in organization because easier to it was easier to teach management rather than leadership. So management was the main item in agenda of in organization. Question number 8. What was the historical reason for many organizations not having leadership? Because Koan is not very easy to teach. So a view was born that leaders are not made wrong as though leaders are always made leaders like manager skills wrong as leaders are weak in carrying out traditional functions of management wrong in the way leaders allow much more too much complexity in organization wrong as so it will be none of this. The main reason organization not having much leadership because management though pishi easy teach krole so ito passage the baje in the passage management is equated with so konishna ito paragraph the key focus curriculum management or leadership as well. So it will be 9 will be uh, management will be equated with bureaucracy. That is management of bureaucracy log equivalent uh, equate করেছে that is familiarize করেছে আৰু management opposite to কি আজিকালি তো leadership. So next, why does the attention of large organization turn inward? So large organization gonna kill tangla focus to bitor jeje because they have to keep themselves under control. Next, which of the following is similar to the word nurtured? Nurtured meaning to is nurtured means care rakala means like care rala. So it will be developed nurtured. Like for example, nurtured sentence is nurtured the gardener nurtured the flowers. Which what according to the author is leadership? Leadership la meaning to is according to the author. Author la meaning of leadership being inspiring people to realize the vision. Already first paragraph they explain करना से कि leader कando orient growle से manangi vision दिखाउले से और दुखुले भी उदु पुंजा उले leadership पराय परोद unlike management. Number 13. Which of the following characteristics help organization in transforming efforts? So number 13 will be um, which of the following characteristics help organization in the transforming efforts? So it will be bureaucratic and inward looking approach. Organization gamba tan view the bureaucratic or inward looking approach pa. Next, why does people thought little about leadership and management programs? So so question number 14 though, why are people taught more on leadership program though the focus of this program was on developing managers rather than leaders. Next, the final question is which of the following statement is defined definitely true in the context of the passage? So idu didaba ki explain gordo thik ase bureaucracy fosters strong and arrogant culture hosa ase dubi right ase bureaucracy or organization concept management rather than leadership they focus korala. And number B is leadership competences are nurtured at large size organization. No, leadership to kidabi nurture nugure organization there only management. Successful transformation of organization is 70% leadership. Correct ase. So it will be A and C. So answer is B. So with this the second video on English comprehension has been completed. I hope you all got the idea. Exam them the exact paragraph to know, but just keep practicing and it will help a lot in countering this portion. So thank you all and have a great time and continue supporting me. Thank you.